Now I got this is directly for the Hebrew niggas, the Israelites. Do y'all know any of them people? Hey, boy, white boy should never taught y'all to read. That's what done confused you niggas. You niggas done got indoctrinated with this book shit. Reading comprehension is a motherfucker. Your reading comprehension ain't my reading comprehension. Yeah, we done taught these niggas how to read English. And they reading these goddamn books and done let a nigga come along. Long as our grandmothers and them been around and been talking to us. We went to family reading. These niggas come around in the 90s and the 2000s. We were born in the 70s. And all our years of being nigga. We ain't never saw Muddy and them bring a Hebrew nigga around. These niggas just come about, and we supposed to trust these niggas. No, I think that these niggas just come about in the last 10 years, and we supposed to trust these niggas. That's jailhouse shit. That shit a nigga in a jail cell in a 23-hour, 24-hour lockdown and conjured up. That's some shit nigga in jail and conjured up, kinfolk. That ain't no real shit. No, you ain't see no Hebrew nigga on top of nowhere. You don't see no rich nigga hollering Hebrew. You ain't even see no real poor nigga hollering Hebrew. That's a smart, struggling nigga. Nah, you ain't seen no nigga down off in the gutter, surviving and striving, hollering Hebrew shit. That's a nigga that went and got a job somewhere, went and got an education, and got in trouble with the law. Yeah, love back to you, Arizona. Yeah, I'm not, but listen. Somebody just told me I sound ignorant. You a Hebrew. Nigga, who a Hebrew? Where a Hebrew at? Nigga, who, me? No, nigga, ain't no Hebrew. I come from a nigga slave named Lucille Helton. I don't know nothing past Miss Lucille. I be nigga. Them slaves wasn't hollering Hebrew. Because if they were, they would have been speaking in Hebrew tongue. So you mean tell me you...
Now I'm going to stop it there. First of all, I don't own the copyrights to this music. Because I know they're going to try to take copyright claim. I don't own the copyright to the music. But now let's go get this this Hebrew that he talking about. Chronicles 36:16. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord arose against his people till there was no remedy. And see, he'll throw that white man out his mouth, that Jesus crap that the white man made up. He'll throw that out his little mouth. But the rest of the Bible, he don't want nothing to do with that. See, he's talking about he ain't did nothing to Jesus. Now let's go get that Hebrew. What he talking about? Now I said Strong's number 4853 Massa. So on the plantation in modern history, we heard our people call the so-called white man Massa, especially when they real country. They'll straight up tell you, Massa. We know Kuta Kinte, The Roots by Alex Haley. We all know that part where they beat the name off the man. They beat the language off the man. Anything resemble him to his home, they pretty much was beating on that situation. And it was Bible prophecy. Now, then let's get some more what he said, but he talked about all the people hate the Israelites. Well, that's Bible prophecy, man. What is wrong with these people? I ain't never seen none of them being liked. See, these people want the world to like them. Let's see here. Try John. Look at verse 18. John 15:18. If the world hate you, Yeah, know that it hated me before it hated you. 19. If ye were of the world would have loved his own, but because you are no part of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. See, that's Bible prophecy. But these ignorant Negroes can't understand that. And really, they understand, just like this dude, he understand. He know what we talking about. He just want to smoke his drug and be a crackhead. Now, what's the other thing? He say, he said, well, y'all just come up in the last 10 years. What Daniel said? Daniel 12 and 9. It says, and he said, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. So the time of the end, this Bible will be sealed, man. Nobody wouldn't have to understand it. So they ain't finna be popping up all over the place until now. Okay, we got another one. Say the same situation. It says verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. See, in the end, it will speak to the children of Israel. Let's get that in Joel. It says, and ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else. He ain't nobody else God. He not messing with nobody else. 28. And it shall come to pass afterwards that I will pour out my spirit, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and old men shall dream dreams. 29. And also upon the slave, what do you say? I'll come from the slave. And also upon the slave and upon the female slave in those days will I pour out my spirit. See, he not pouring out his spirit on the so-called white man in the Christian church, hollering Jesus. See, they were speaking Hebrew. His name was Yahushua, meaning he delivers or he saves. Okay, and that this verse here in Joel 28. Let's get it in Acts 2:17. It says, and it shall come to pass in the last days. See, the last days, the Bible was going to start talking. And then they was going to get an understanding in the last days. Wasn't going to be in the 70s when y'all was born with Big Mama and Medea them. No, ignorant Negro. It was going to happen when the last days was dropping off. And what was going to be the indication of the last days? What was going to be the sign to let you know when the last days? Look at what he said. Matthew 24:3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of your coming and of the end of the world? Verse 6. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See, this is when you know it was going down. Verse 7. For nation shall rise up against nation, and kingdom upon kingdom, and there shall be famines. See, the famines is just being stated that it's going worldwide, and these niggas finna starve out. Pestilence. The corona went worldwide. You ain't never seen no pestilence go worldwide in your lifetime. The earthquakes. went up to 300 a day, 3,000 a day, 3,000 earthquakes a day. You ain't never seen none of these things. It's happening in the last. All this been popping off strong in these last 10 years when the Israelites rose up. Now the books is being opened and the understanding is coming to the Israelites. It wasn't for the Christian church. It wasn't for Big Mama and them deep in the Christian church. It was for these last days. The 70s is 50 years ago, man. That's 50 years off the mark. Those wasn't the last days. These are the last days. See, 50 years ago wasn't the last days. But these are the last days. World War III is popping off. Russia won in the 70s. Russia and America won talking about bombing each other, throwing bombs at each other. They didn't start talking about that till the 80s, and that was just a small period of time. And it really wasn't even Russia. It was the USSR. But they just talking about that crap now. You hearing about these wars. So these people just want to stay ignorant and smoke their drugs and be crackheads. That's what they want to do. Because the situation is simple. Let's get some more and I'm close out.
Hebrew niggas want me to believe that I ain't done a motherfucking thing to God. But because some niggas way over yonder way, I'm being punished for what some niggas did 10,000 years ago. I'm not Hebrew.
Now, first of all, you been punished for what your granddaddy did, for what your daddy did. How you can't be punished for what their daddy did and what their daddy did, what their ancestors did. You been punished. Your daddy ain't lift a finger other than to drink a Colt 45 and a Budweiser, and he ain't collected up no wealth for your behind. You got to come get it out the mud. How you niggas say, get it out the mud. Cause your granddad ain't get it out, and you been punished for what he did. See, he ain't like Bill Gates, where he got a daddy that's a lawyer, and that can help him pretty much start Microsoft and be a $100 billion man. See, you ain't kin to the Rockefellers and the Rothschild, and they can hand you $1 million anytime you want. They can hand you $10 million. They can hand you $10 billion. You ain't had no fathers or no grandfathers with that type of wealth. You been punished, Negro, for your family. God ain't gonna make me be punished for what them niggas did. Yes, he will. Them niggas ain't win the war. They didn't win. They didn't conquer what they supposed to conquer. Well, you can be on top and you can be the government and ruling. You been punished. Niggas is slow, man. They want to smoke them drugs. Want to be a freaking crackhead. That's common sense. Everybody knows, nigga, your dad ain't had nothing. You ain't got nothing. You ain't had no inheritance. What Tupac say? Well, I'm 21 and I got to create my kingdom. And I'm 21. I'm a young man. I got to create my whole dynasty. He ain't even talking about no Hebrew stuff. That's just common sense, man. But see, when you got niggas wanna suck up to the white man, and you supposed to trust the white man. You trusting white Jesus. Oh, but these niggas come last 10 years, we supposed to trust these niggas. Where they come from? Our grandma don't even have no Hebrew niggas walking around. Well, you trusting the so-called white man with this white Jesus crap. Talking about everybody being nice to everybody, loving all peoples when they hate your guts. See, these the type of people that's gonna get burnt in the fire, man. When them nuclear missiles, see, when these people in the laboratory, the Lord got them in the laboratory and they cooking up all types of diseases and nuclear power so it can burn these niggas to death. Let's get this verse. Let's get these verse. And see, when you listen to niggas like this, then you know why the Lord gonna do what he gonna do. Zechariah 14:12, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Even some of the Israelites that fought against their own people. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. See, he gonna burn Negro like this alive. See, he not gonna have no pity on these people. He gonna let them nuclear missiles come and destroy these people, man, because they want to stay wicked and smoke a freaking drug, smoke a cigarette. Nigga, you finna die about a cigarette? You finna die about putting some piece of paper and grass to your mouth and listen to some ignorant Negroes on the radio running their darn mouth about nothing. They ain't did nothing that they talking about. Now what is the other one? What is the other one? So I can cement this burn your behind up stuff. Cause he ain't playing with niggas like this. Finna sit around and play. 54:16 it say, behold, I have created the smith that blow the coal in the fire, and that brought forth an instrument for his work. I have created the waster to destroy. 17, no weapon that is formed. See, he talking about a weapon being formed. They in the laboratory trying to cook up nuclear weapons. This is the rush. This is the motivation for all these nations to try to cook up a nuclear weapon so they can burn wicked Negroes like this, running their mouth, trying to mock the messenger of people trying to tell them the truth while they deep in slavery. You got 2 million niggas and 2 million Negroes and Hispanics in the prison system working for pennies, so these prison shareholders can get rich. These prison owners can get rich, and you got some ignorant Negroes on the outside want to mock the messengers because he want to smoke crack. Man, shut up. What is you talking about? Them weapons is for these type of people, man. He is gonna burn they behind up. Let's go back to Zechariah. See, gonna burn these niggas up. What is it? Zechariah 13:8. He said, it shall come to pass that in all the land where these Negroes is roaming at, says the Lord, 2 parts shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. What's gonna happen to the two part? And I will bring the third through the fire. Oh, the 2 parts ain't gonna make it through the fire. See, the 2 parts gonna get cut off in the fire. The 2 parts gonna be in the fire with their tongue being dissolved in their mouth. See, and their eyes being dissolved in their eye sockets, burnt alive, a skeleton sitting there with no flesh on the bone. This is what that fire gonna do. See, the third is the one that's believing the report and believing what the Lord is talking about. Talking about these books. Negro, you think these people created books? They can't even wash their behind. They wasn't living in caves. You thinking they the one created a book. Boy, Negro, boy. These people just thought they exist. The Hamites and the Shemites and all the people of the earth was all dark skinned. There wasn't no white man on the scene. But these people created writing. For these, man, 1,000 years before these people even popped up, you had peoples on the scene writing. People crazy, man. Yo, they don't taught y'all how to read. What? We been reading way before these people was even in existence. But that's what they do. That's just the type of Negro that the white man create. See, he can hear the truth and everything, and he laughing at it and playing games with it. Them type of Negro that he create. But I'm gonna leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Hashem, Kakadash, Yahweh, being the name of the Heavenly Father, who they ignorantly call Jehovah, Yahweh Shab in the name of his only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves scattered around the globe through slavery and on slave ships and men in captivity. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.